Oh yeah, real quick. Um, for the who cares more? This is a part two, really fast. And the big thing I want to just say with this is I want to just really emphasize this key understanding. For the people listening, the person who cares more is the person that's gonna end up destroying the relationship. And what I mean by that is basically whoever cares more is gonna be chasing, and the person who cares less is gonna want to more so like get away because they want to care more for somebody else, you know? So the more that you care, if you find yourself caring more, you have less power in a relationship. And the person who cares less out of the two people, or three or four, it depends on y'all poly, whatever, like whoever cares the most has the least power, and whoever cares less has more power. So for especially the guys, because I work with mostly guys with the 5D attraction and some women as well, it's important that you have a certain level of power in the relationship or grounding because she's going to look to you to really lead the relationship. And if she leads it, what you're going to find is she's going to grow like a subtle contempt and then end up like trying to destroy the relationship or destroy you because she's not going to have a lot of respect for you. I've seen this play out hundreds of times. And then she's going to end up like just attacking you and nitpicking at you so that she can create a reason to escape the relationship. Like that's how it works. If she's going to basically destroy you. Like she's going to destroy the relationship. I won't say you, but destroy the relationship because you're caring so much, which is going to push her away. And she's going to see another guy that cares less that's maybe trying to get her. And she's going to see him as more high value because on a genetic level, it's like he must be more alpha because he's more in his grounded energy, whereas this person is like trying to keep me, which means how alpha is he? How more powerful is he? So the idea is it's very important that if you want to keep a good, powerful relationship, if you want to keep your girl, and use this power with wisdom, like a just king. You know what I mean? Don't be sitting here trying to just abuse a girl because she cares more. That's horrible. I'm saying if you really love this girl and there's gonna be times where she tests you and does things where you're gonna have to check it, and you have to. That's where you have to utilize this ability where it's like you can't care more than she does. You just can't. Even in times where I was watching the show yesterday, and I might have to use this as an example on the show. It was Snowfall, and I was watching the show Snowfall, and there was a point where like this dude's real alpha, but his girl is like very alpha, but she always is kind of like he has more power, in the relationship, but she's messing with a girl now because he's giving her the freedom to talk to this girl, and she starts falling for the girl, and the girl's trying to take her away from her boyfriend. So she implants these things in her head, and now she's starting to argue with her boyfriend more and give him more tests. And finally, she's like, you know what? Because the other girl gave her a ring, basically like proposed to her, and she's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So what you'll find out a lot of the time as a girl when she's in that scenario, she's gonna put the pressure on you and try to make you the problem so that she can feel the freedom to leave you. She'll start, well, he doesn't treat me this good and he doesn't do this and I'm tired of this. And she's just giving herself reasons and building it up so that she doesn't feel guilty when she breaks up with you. So she's like, blah, blah, blah. You know what? She comes to him and she just starts bursting out and being pissed off for no reason. She's like, you better give me the keys to the safe or the combination for the safe where they keep the money. And he's like, well, baby, what you need in the safe? What you need? Some money? I can get it for you. What, 5,000, whatever. She's like, no, I want the combination. So she's getting real alpha with him. You know what I mean? Trying to like control him. And so he's still kind of like soft a little bit. Like, well, baby, what's going on? Like, shoot, like, what's the problem? Like, she's like, you know what? I'm tired of this. You don't give me do this, blah, blah, blah. I'm leaving. And then he's like, you leaving? Like, okay, and there's a guy there, by the way. He's kind of like, oh, shit. You better watch your girl, boy. She coming at you. Like, what's going on? But anyway, so the dude's sitting there listening. He's like, so you leaving? And there was a key scene that I want you to understand that I was paying close attention to. And she's like, yeah, right now, I'm telling you, you're about to lose the best thing in your life if you don't blah, blah, blah. So she's giving him an ultimatum. In that moment where she gave him an ultimatum, if he says like, okay, babe, I'm sorry, I'll give you the combination. If he does that, he's gonna lose her. He's gonna lose her forever. because she's gonna see that she officially has full control over him, which means she's gonna have less respect for him, and she's just gonna find another thing to complain about next, and another thing until finally that she can just leave him, right? But he did something very wise in that moment, and he was like, she's like, if you do this, you're about to lose the best thing in your life. And he just looked at her and or she said, if you do that, the best thing in your life is going to be walking out the door. And he just looked at her and he was just like, what? She said, whatever, and just stormed out the door. And he looked cool as a mug, but as soon as she left the door, he was like he got mad. He was like, damn, because that hurt. He didn't want that girl to leave, man. He loves that girl. That's his girl. But he's from the 70s, because this movie takes place like in the 80s and 70s, kind of like the late 70s, 80s. Take place in the 80s, I think, early 80s. And that's when dudes still had that, like, that umph, like that, the 70s, 60s, like they had that integrity a little bit more for themselves. You know what I mean? And that's the wisdom I saw, was he was like, it hurt me so much to let her go, but I'm not about to be a punk. You know what I mean? So he let her walk. And the key thing you do when you let them walk is they going to go ahead and get back with their other partner, and she's going to be with the girl and whatever. But you're going to make her think. She'll be able to think like, maybe I fucked up. There's going to be a point where her and that person go through their own problems. And are going to be those moments where she's like, damn, did I mess up? And what I understand is that the drama you giving me, it isn't like you're going to leave me and then the world's going to be great on the other side. You have to deal with the next person's issues. You have to deal with the next person's insecurities and problems. And you might find out that the grass isn't greener on the other side. And most of the time it isn't, And so there's going to be those moments where they argue, whatever. And she's going to think, she's going to be like, did I fuck up? Especially if you're doing your thing, like you continue to like go do your thing. Let's say you get a new girl, or you talking to a new woman, you getting your money up, you living your best life, like you focused. She gonna have to look and be like, damn. And that is powerful. And what you're gonna find is I haven't seen the rest. I'm gonna see what happens in the future season, but I feel like she's gonna come back to him. And I don't know if it's gonna play out like that. I'll let y'all know if it happens. But regardless, what he did was he held on to his integrity. And that's what y'all guys got to understand. Don't ever compromise your integrity to keep a woman. Because if you do that, she's going to lose respect for you, and you're subconsciously going to lose respect for yourself. So when I talk about caring less, be the one that's willing to let someone go, so that what you'll actually find out is they'll be more attracted to you and more stuck to you and more wanting to come back to you. And your gravitation, they won't be able to leave your gravitation because they know that you will really let them go. So what I have told you is very powerful. All right. Check out the Patreon. I might keep this for Patreon, but I'm gonna see. All right. I appreciate y'all for listening. Check out 5dtransformations.com too for any personal coaching consultations. You know what I'm saying? The game's gonna be coming. It's gonna be flowing, man. So get ready. You know what I'm saying? And remember, man, let the God within you shine bright. It's 5D attraction, man. We gone. Peace.